Hi. So thanks for joining me again. I know I just started this last night, but I did the first video on how to figure out what you want to write. And as I was thinking about it, I was thinking there's probably some stuff you should know before you get into how you figure out what you want to write. And so tonight's video is how do I know what's right / right? So RIGHT / WRITE for me. And I should have done this video first, but it really just didn't come to mind. So what I wanted to get you guys to think about is once you decide that you want to write and that's what you're gonna do, you know, I think I gave you some pointers yesterday about how to figure out what genre is best for you, but there's another thing that you need to think about too, and that is first of all, do you want to write for money? And then there's passion, and then there's ministry, well, causes. So there's 3 different reasons why you could possibly want to write. Again, that could be for money, it could be for passion, or it could be for causes. For me, I started writing because I love to read. I wanted to do something with my life, I just wasn't sure what it was, and I had tried everything else. So I mean, and by trying everything else, I mean like I wrote plays and performed in them. I wrote songs and sang them. I went to Nashville to be a musician or whatever, and none of that worked out. So for me, writing, as you can see how all 3 of those, writing plays, being in them, writing songs, singing them, writing was always just a part of the equation. And so it just was a natural jump for me to be like, oh, I think I want to write stories now. And so that's why, so it was really easy. But for some people, it's not that easy. It's not that easy of a jump. They're just like, oh, I want to do something, I just don't know what. So if you are thinking about writing, first you need to question, before you figure out what you're going to write or how you're going to write it, which is, you know, what I talked about in video 1 yesterday, how to figure out your genre and how to write it. But before you do that, you need to figure out why you want to do it. And this is huge, because I've been doing this for 4 years, and I still some days don't know why I do it. I'm just kidding. I know why I'm doing it. But if you're getting into writing for the money, don't do it. It's not gonna happen. I'm just kidding. I know a lot of people, actually, a lot of really successful people who write for and get paid really well. And I feel fortunate to know those people. I wish I knew what their secret was. And then, like, for me, writing it's a passion. I write because writing is like air, and I write because not writing makes me feel like a lunatic. And then also, but also with that, 50-50, for me, writing is my ministry or my cause. So I feel like what I write is because I want to reach people at a different level. I want to make relationships with people. So writing is my cause. And by, what do I mean by cause or / ministry? What I mean by cause is, you know, there are some people who are like, oh, I want to write a story about my life. And so that would be their cause. Now, causes and passions can be 2 different things, or they can be the same thing. For example, I wrote my story, Little Lost Girl, and at the time that I wrote it, I did a short story series, and it was a passion for me and a cause, because I wanted to share the true story about my life, but I also wanted to help other kids, or, you know, oh gosh, sorry, my words get tangled. I wanted to help people who had been in foster care, or who had survived child abuse, sexual abuse, that kind of stuff. So it was very much a passion, but again, because writing is my, it was very much a cause, I'm sorry. But again, because writing is my passion, the 2 got to come together. That doesn't mean it's going to always work like that for you. Sometimes you're going to be like, oh, I just want to write for passion and because it's fun. Again, if you're writing for money, honestly, I wouldn't get into it for that. And that's not to say you can't make money doing this. It's just to say it is a lot of work. And for those who have figured it out and are making great money, you know, hurrah, a million hurrahs to them. And I hope I get to that level someday. But I don't know. So definitely don't get into it for the money. If you are into it for the money and don't care what you're writing, you know, romance is always a really strong genre to write to get paid. So that's something to look into. But money, yeah, so money, passion, ministry / cause. What is your cause? You're probably wondering, well, what if I want to write about something I'm, you know, a cause that I'm really passionate about? Okay, that's great. Do that. And don't think that just because you don't have enough experience in that cause that you can't write about it. If it's something that's dear to you, if it's something that's important to you, definitely write your story, because you just don't know who needs to hear what you have to say, and you just don't know if it's going to help them. You know, there are songs that people have written, and those songs maybe weren't that important when they wrote them, but there's songs that have saved lives. And, you know, I believe writing has the same impact. When you write a story, when you tell a tale, you know, it has the impact to save a life, to change a life, to encourage, to lift someone up. So definitely don't be intimidated if you don't have the equipment, or if you don't know how to write about what you're passionate about. Just do it, and then, you know, and ask for help, and you'll be amazed at how people will come alongside you and offer their help. So secondly, okay, so I talked about money, your passion, your cause. Oh, something else about cause is, like, books like that are always needed. You can never get enough books about causes. Other causes that you could think about, like bullying. You know, I don't think there's nearly enough books about bullying. So if that's something that you're passionate about and that's a cause for you, write about it. There's also, I don't think there's enough books about grief. I know that's kind of a heavy thing to cover, but, you know, there are people who care very deeply for other people, and, you know, they have lost loved ones and they want to share some of their wisdom. So, you know, definitely share that. Don't, you know, whatever it is that you care about, don't be afraid to share that with other people. So yeah, that's all I have for tonight. Like I said, short and sweet. I just wanted to put some things out there to help you guys. And, you know, if you guys have questions, or if there's something that you want me to cover or talk about, you can always put those in the comments, and I am more than happy to look at those and see if I can help out, or if I don't know the answer to the question you're asking, I'll do the research and I will do a video about it for you. So thanks for tuning in, and I hope that was helpful. And again, if you have any questions, just shoot me a message, leave a comment, and please make sure that you subscribe. I'm going to be doing these videos quite often. I know right now my video quality is not fantastic. I don't really have a place to record, so, you know, I'm just starting out. I'm humble beginnings, but I hope you guys will stick with me, and I have some really fun stuff, I think, planned for the future, for those who are aspiring writers, and, you know, for those of you who have been writing for years and seem to think that I have something to say, thank you so much. I love my writer community, and I'm so grateful for the support I've gotten. You can check out my books on Amazon.com. Just look up Angelique S. Anderson. I'll put a comment in the links. Otherwise, have a great night.